Andy, Lammers seemed to hurt you guys inside defensively. Could you talk about what y'all were able to try to do there?
I don't know if he was the defensive player of the year in the ACC, but I know he led them in block shots, led the ACC in block shots. No, it was a quick turn. We had a bit of an advantage in that we played Saturday, they played Sunday from a physical standpoint. But from a preparation standpoint, we didn't know who we were playing, so we couldn't really get into Georgia Tech until Sunday. Ben Lammers is their best player. Josh Okogie's been tremendous. I mean, he's going to be a dynamite freshman for them. He's been really good. And their team's played well. They really played well down the stretch. We played well coming into tonight. I thought, for us, we lead the nation in free throws made. That's something. Now that'll never happen again, quite frankly. And we go 6 for 8. I thought the zone made us settle a little bit, and some of it's fool's gold because we made those shots against Syracuse. I think we made 15 threes, and you kind of fall in love with it. And the guys that were making them a few days ago were not making them tonight. So then you drive it, and Lammers has 8 block shots. We made some mistakes as it relates to penetrate and pitch. We were trying to do things a little bit too much on our own. We had opportunities though. We had opportunities. We had that thing down to 4. We missed a couple of point blank looks, and then at the end it was disappointing. We couldn't get a shot. Turned it over a couple of times down the stretch.
Despite the loss, I mean, what's your general feelings towards the run made and how the team kind of responded?
I thought, starting with the South Carolina game to end the season, and then we go to the tournament and we win one, lose one right there to the bitter end against an Arkansas team who took Carolina to the bitter end. The one thing that I do think that this year did, and I think we contributed in some form or fashion, is the fact that maybe now the dialogue will change a little bit about the SEC. They got 5 bids, and 4 of them advanced, and 3 of them are in the Sweet 16, and could have had 4 in the Sweet 16 with Arkansas taking Carolina right to the bitter end. I wish we'd have played better today. I feel like we let down. What a great crowd, what great energy. People that say, oh, Ole Miss doesn't care about basketball, are crazy. You just got to give them a winner, got to get them excited, and I think we did that by our performance in Monmouth and at Syracuse, and our fans responded, and I want to thank them for that. We just did not play well enough to move forward.
Andy, along those lines, you've talked at length about the expectations changing for this program now that you're in the pavilion and get to recruit here. Just where do the improvements have to come for you guys to be an NCAA tournament team again?
No, the one thing that I just talked to our team about, and there's, teams play fast, teams play slow, some teams play zone, some teams press. There's a lot of different ways to do this thing. But I guarantee you there were 24 teams in the NIT or the NCAA playing as of tonight, and I guarantee you to a 1, including Georgia Tech, they all had one common denominator, and that is they protected home floor. That was our 6th loss at home. It's inexcusable. We've got to do a better job, and I'm going to really evaluate in the offseason ways to maybe eliminate some distractions. Something's going on. We just don't seem like we're as locked in. We lose our focus. With the naked eye, I thought it was one of the worst execution games we had all season. And again, it's a 2-day turn. We don't know that much about Georgia Tech, but we had some key tenets that we were trying to hit upon, and I just don't think we hit them enough. Forget about missing shots. That happens sometimes, but I didn't like the way that we followed through on some game plan issues, and that happens more to us at home than on the road. So we've got to evaluate that. You can't have 6 home losses and expect to be successful. We go 9 and 8 on the road. It's pretty successful. You got to protect your home floor. I'm excited about the kids that are in our program. With Big Dom sitting out. Dominic Olenicek, the 7-footer, he'll immediately stick right into where Cephas was now. Will he be able to produce to Cephas's level? That will be unrealistic. Cephas just had a terrific year. Finishes with 19 and 15, and I almost feel like that's commonplace. It's not commonplace. He set records that'll stand here for a long, long time. But Dom gives us a presence. We know what we got. Carlos Sheelings, who went down with the ACL, is another 6'11" kid up front, so we've got size. We're really excited about the 3 we signed early, and then we'll continue to try to evaluate what we need to do in the spring period.
It seemed like in the first half, Georgia Tech was getting a lot of loose balls. Maybe kind of,
Right.
did that maybe shape the way that the out the first half?
This is my Mississippi background, Winston County. We don't have many ball getters. We just don't get the ball. We just don't get it. We ain't gotten it all year. Tonight, to your point, they got 13, we got 6. That's 7 extra possessions. In a game, it ended up being, I guess they beat us by 8, but it was a 4-point possession, a 4-point game, and we had chances. We just don't get balls. And we chart this every game, and I'm telling you, we're about 150 under. It's a miracle. We just don't get the ball.
What's your main takeaway from the season?
Proud of a lot of the things that this group accomplished. Preseason, predicted to be ninth in the SEC, finished tied for fifth, got to 22 wins, got to the postseason, won a couple of games in the postseason. I think we saw the development of Terrence Davis. We're all excited about the next step for him. Breein Tyree certainly shows flashes. You know, all of the new guys that we brought, you know, we're obviously going to miss Sivas. Rashid had his moments, unfortunately for him, with his physical situation. He never really caught a rhythm. He had his moments for us, but he never really caught a rhythm. So the rest of the guys are intact. Again, excited about what we're doing moving forward.
And how difficult is the finality of it though? Because you show up tonight, New York, Madison Square
Yep.
Garden, and then bam, it's over for these guys. How difficult is that?
I talk about it all the time. You know, you just get into the monotony. We started this now with the fact that we can touch our kids in a basketball way from the beginning of school. That's late August. That's when we started this journey. And then we started in earnest much earlier than the old days when I played October 15th. You know, we're actually starting official practice end of September. So this is 6 months, going on 7 months. It's a long journey. And you get into the monotony of, okay, we got a game today, win, lose, or draw. Coach is going to be mad about this, and he's going to say an ugly thing here, and why does he have to be so mean? And then tomorrow we're going to get up, what are we eating, who's next? That's done. And I think they're feeling that. I know Sivas is. The finality's hard in this business because we all get caught up in a 6 to 7 month routine, and now it ends. Again, it's hard for me because I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that we didn't play better. Georgia Tech, give them credit. I thought they took the fight to us, and they made the plays they needed to make to advance. But for us, I'm disappointed now. But as I sit back and I look and I see a lot of the things that we went through this season, 22-14, 10-8 in the SEC, get back to the postseason, try to regenerate some excitement, especially as it relates to some of our young personnel. I think overall there's a lot to be pleased with.